Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, let's choose a good deck here. We're going to go ahead and take a look at a storytelling. This is a bonus general message. So, this is non sign specific. It's however our story flows, is however our story goes. I feel like we need to take a deeper look, though. We got an Eight of Cups to start out. Um, and I don't know, this deck with an eyeball is screaming at me over here, so I need to go with that deck also. Um, Obviously, is looking at me. We've got Book of Shadows. You're empowered by shining a light on the darkness. This is talking about why someone walked away. Oh my. This is gonna be a like popcorn cruncher, I think. I feel an epic saga coming on. Someone is shining light on why did a person walk away. Four of Swords in the negative. To put it simply, a character is contemplating someone's turning their back and leaving a situation, and they're realizing they did it in a way that if you really could step back, take oneself out of the equation, and just look at a person's behavior, it becomes a lot more obvious. It's hard when one's emotions are tangled up with that action of, like if we were the ones that were left, it's hard to see, like, okay, why did this character do this? But we're having a lead character here who is stepping back, and they are shining the when we say that they're using their light to look at darkness, it's more like, okay, let me take away my emotions from it, let me not feel hurt, let me not feel wounded, and let me look at this other individual's actions with a compassionate view. What would make someone turn and walk away from whatever the situation was? We don't know what the situation was just yet. This may not have anything to do with romance. This could be a friend that retracts. This could be someone who their actions suddenly it clicks, it makes sense. Wait a second, the reason somebody walks away is they either feel unwanted, they feel unworthy, they feel like yeah, it could be that they don't want something as well. But in this case, as our character has that higher perspective, and they're looking at someone's behavior and they're saying, but there must have been enough for this lead character to say, but I felt like this character did want something, so why would they walk away from the thing that they want? Okay, now I get it, because they had some very deep wounds that they had not healed. This is somebody who has to go take care of themselves for a little bit. They got to go take care of what's wrong in there for themselves. They don't either want to put their it's like, I don't want my wounds to bleed on you. Like, that's the simplest way for me to say that. And I believe that a lead character is contemplating why someone retreated, and they're recognizing that. Look at the Six of Swords, Ten of Swords. This Six of Swords is like, this character needed to go away. It was the only way that they could go and find some kind of peace, and that they could finally like start to feel some of that ice around them melt. There was some kind of painful loss in this person's life, and that painful loss had basically either frozen their heart, frozen their life, frozen their bank account, frozen their mindset, frozen some part of them. And they recognized, I've got to go and find a peaceful, quiet place where I can unburden myself, and I can let these wounds actually heal. I can let some kind of loss in my life not become a major stumbling block for me. So our lead character over here may be the one that was walked away from, and they are the ones that are observing and contemplating the person's behavior that walked away from them, but they're seeing it from a different perspective. Instead of feeling like it was done to them, they're just simply saying, now wait a minute, what do I really see? What did this character show me? And okay, I'm seeing it in a different light. Why? Because I'm seeing it from a place of light. Did they walk away from me? Possibly, yes. But why did they do this? Because they have stuff that they need to deal with, and it isn't mine. It isn't mine to deal with. if I triggered them, even if meeting me made them want to walk away, that is simply because it highlighted something that they need to deal with. It isn't me. Now, we could say, okay, that's a very confident um, assumption to make, but this character is not thinking, well, I'm flawless, so clearly if somebody walked away from me, it's not because I'm not fabulous. That's not how this character is looking at things. They're doing the reverse of that. At one point, they might have thought, God, what did I do now? What did I do wrong this time? Because we see them going, from darkness into light, they might have actually been tempted to first internalize it and feel like somebody walked away from me. Therefore, I'm not good enough. They didn't want me. There's something wrong, that I'm broken, or this person played with my mind, or this is all I ever get. And I feel like our character is saying, no, 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 no. If I'm going to use light to figure something out, I use that same light on myself as well. And I really think that's a powerful position for a character to be in. This is not them trying to psychoanalyze somebody that walked away from a situation so that they can be superior and be like, oh, I've got you all figured out. I know what's wrong with you. No, this is very much looking at a situation with a level of compassion that allows acceptance for the fact that nobody knows what shoes anybody else walks in. But if we can step back far enough and say, what is the ultimate motive for somebody to walk away from something? Maybe they had some stuff that they needed to go work on. We got a 7 of Cups. Our character still acknowledges, look, I don't know what their thing was. I don't know what made them tick. I don't have those answers. I only know that I'm looking at someone's leaving in a different light now. And although I'm still not sure what all of that means, I am at least aware that you don't want to just assume anything in life, especially when it comes to a different person's actions. 7 of Wands. Our character is really looking at, I'm going to be able to overcome this. I'm going to be able to, 7, 7, these are numbers of change. Our lead character is the one who seems to be making a lot of progress in how they look at a situation that they went through with another person who might have disappointed them, might have hurt them, might have left them feeling abandoned or alone. But instead of them processing it like, I'm wounded, this was done to me, they're processing it like, well, I need to change my perception on some things because I don't have all the facts. And instead of me assuming any of the worst possible scenarios, maybe I need to make this not be such a struggle, not be such a hurdle. Maybe I should continuously use light and compassion to release some of the shadow aspect that this brought up. 6 of Pentacles. I need to look at, what did this do for me? This person walking away from me, even if initially I felt like I was kind of lost in darkness, I felt pretty dark about this for a while, but now as I'm shifting, let me ask myself, what did I gain out of this situation? Well, a lot, as it turns out. We have a 6 of Pentacles. This character is, you notice there's only one character here. Normally a 6 of Pentacles is about working, with another person. This is working with the divine. This is a sacred geometry here. This is almost, our character is recognizing that because I went through something really painful, possibly, and I only suggest that because it's the Book of Shadows, goodness sakes. I mean, of course, it's going to be that when we open that book, the challenge is everything in this is a negative, and I have to see or read that passage that comes across as very negative, and I have to seek, how do I pour light onto it? What is the lesson I can gain from this? Because ultimately, that is the pathway to the divine, to be able to not be like like a Pollyanna or unrealistic about something where everything's great, everything bad is terrific, but rather looking at situations in life and saying, hey, there's always a lot more to any one story. So how do I move beyond this? Well, first I have to ask myself, what has this situation made me do? It's made me look at a situation differently. It's made me look from a higher perspective. It's made me face my own divine energy. I feel more balanced. I feel like I don't carry a burden around with me anymore of someone didn't want me, they hurt me, or someone's a terrible person and I hate them because of what they did. It's like, wait a minute, I'm looking at things in a very different light. Four of Wands, it's brought me to a place of understanding what balance feels like and looks like in myself, and what kind of a balanced energy I would want to have. And if someone had to walk away from me because they were needing to heal, could they have been my balanced person at that point? Of course not. If they felt compelled to have to go walk this earth alone, or go find answers somewhere else, all because they had these huge blocks and stumbling blocks around their heart or around their ability to make a strong bond with another person, if this is about romance, um, that that's a good example of somebody who's not ready to be in that balanced relationship with me. The Four of Wands is like, I want to make sure that I meet someone and that I build with someone who is capable of building with me. But I personally have to be capable of building as well. So did I have any shadow? Did I have anything that I also needed to let go of? Maybe one of the things that our lead character had to deal with is, was something like abandonment issue, like and feeling like other people's actions, immediately they take it and they go, oh my God, this person did that because of me, because I'm not good enough, or because, if our lead character had a tendency to immediately actually get triggered themselves without recognizing it. When someone else does something, some action, they immediately feel like it was done to them and they were the focal point, they were the person that this was heaped upon. That might have been something that they recognize, well, I needed to look at that in my own self. Maybe I had some of my own things to get balanced out, and now I can see my own darkness through a lighter lens. Maybe I was thinking something was about me that wasn't. Why did I think something was about me? Oh, maybe because I have an old scar or an old wound also. So this is just a character really feeling a lot better about themselves. King of Cups. This is a character who is turning their attention away from whomever might have had to walk away from them because of their own triggers and their own hurts. And they are also able to let go of anything that this brought up for them, the changes, the letting go of some struggles, the a sense of awareness that, you know what, I do feel more balanced now. I know myself better now. And I think that they're turning their attention solely onto, well, this is satisfaction, love. They might be actively aware that, what I'd like now, what who I'd really like to meet is somebody that is very comfortable with emotion. Maybe because now I'm very comfortable with emotion. Like that's kind of the vibe that I get off of this lead character. They're contemplating life a little differently. We've got a King of Pentacles in the reverse. I would like to meet someone who is capable of giving emotion instead of someone that is unable to give even a stable amount of energy. Like I almost feel like this lead character dealt with someone where there was never a sense of stability. I don't know if it was like long distance. I don't know if this person was used to like disappearing, or they were someone who continuously told themselves, I'm supposed to walk this earth alone, so I'll try to get into romances, but I never stay. They could have dealt with somebody like that. For them to show this King of Pentacles in the reverse, and for our lead character to be reflecting on, what I want is somebody that I'm balanced with, someone that I can feel balanced with, someone I can feel safe isn't going to pull the rug out from under my feet. I want a character in my life that is loving and sure of their heart and feels like they have something to give, that doesn't give me hot and cold signals, instead of someone who maybe never actually, if I'm realistic, maybe I never felt very safe with that person. Maybe there was never a real sense of stability. Maybe we never got a chance to build. So it's just, again, it's looking at something not as like, oh, see, that person was crappy, that person was a bad person, they were this, they were that. We're not assigning blame at all. This is completely the reverse storyline of that. And that's why I think it's a story where there really is light being shined on things, because there isn't like, you did this is what's wrong with you. It's more like, okay, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing what I would like to have, and maybe I'm seeing what the what was absent before. So, what does that mean for each character? Because, first off, I would like to know what happens with this person who we see that 10 of Swords is like all that ice is melting for them. So, we see, well, we have warmth that might be helping to melt this. This is a character whose energy might be increasing right now. That Ace of Wands, they're thawing their heart out. This is passion. This is something being revived. We have a Five of Pentacles and we have an Ace of Swords. Aces are personal. It's as if this character who walked away and who was still very much stuck and was maybe needing time and space to move on from things that were entirely their situations that they had to deal with inside of themselves. They are still very self-focused right now, in the sense that we have two aces here, but they are aware, acutely aware, that their actions did leave someone else out in the cold. They are aware that as they thaw out and they can think about someone, not just themselves, now they're able to reflect on their own actions a little bit, and they're able to see, either I was keeping myself alone, but in the process, I also was leaving somebody else out in the cold. I did that. I did do that. I pushed away someone. I wasn't going to let them in. But that ultimately kept me in this frozen place as well. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. They might have pushed away a very loving, very soft energy, who then had to, either this person demanded answers of them. I feel like this is the same person. They're contemplating the individual that they dealt with. They're saying they were willing to give to me, and then one day they put up a boundary with me. I know that they did that because I was icing them out. This person wouldn't let themselves be loved, is I think what they're saying. But we have the Lovers in the reverse. They're saying, because they said I wasn't choosing them, so they put up a boundary with me. Queen of Cups, Two of Wands, and I know that it wasn't something that they even wanted to do, but they started to pour energy back into themselves, and that was a hard choice. But they told me point blank what they were going to do, that they had to care more about themselves than chasing me around trying to offer me a cup that I wouldn't accept. That was not the choice that they wanted to make, though. This person still, even after putting up a boundary with me, sent me some final message to tell me, and I know that they loved me. And it was a very hard decision for them to walk away from me. So this character who walked away from this person knows that ultimately that person also walked away from them. But wow, with a lot of hurt, a lot of pain. We got Five of Cups and we got Six of Pentacles. They might have also promised this person that I will cry over this, but I'll also move on from you. I have to meet somebody else, and I know that I have to do that. That's not what my choice would have been, but that's what I have to do. Interesting. They're reflecting now. It's like now they have space to reflect back on. They walked away, maybe callously, to go and deal with only their own stuff. And now that some things are changing for them, now that they're thawing out, now that their heart feels different, they are having like a real reflection moment of what they left behind, who they pushed away, how their ice cold energy of what they needed to work through, they kind of put that same ice cold energy on another person, and they're reflecting back on the entire scenario with this person. They know that they didn't show this person love. They know this person really loved them, and they know that they hurt this person, and they know this person promised that they would move forward and go and continue on with their life. That's what I would say this is about. We have got the Death card, we've got the Three of Wands, we got the Eight of Wands, we got the Page of Wands. They're wondering at this point, is it too late to try to come in and talk? Is it too late now to come in and actually have this conversation about what has changed within them at this point? Could they change the trajectory of this? We're gonna have to do a part 2 on this. The free link will be right there in the description box. Sorry, this one's getting so long, but we're not done yet. We're on a cliffhanger. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one.